All right, what's going on, guys? Willis here. We're back with another Marvel Rivals video. We've got a very special one for you guys today. So we've got early exclusive access to the Season 1.5 update, courtesy of the partner program for Marvel Rivals. We're going to be bringing you guys, obviously, some exclusive footage, taking a look at the new update early. As well, we're going to be going over all of the new hero changes, which they just announced. All of the nerfs, all of the buffs. There will be timestamps in the video description. But first of all, you can see I am on the new store right now, and we have the new Human Torch skin and the thing in the trench coat. Now, we're going to be giving away some lattice, so you guys can pick any skin you want. Maybe you want the old one, the Invisible Woman wedding skin. Maybe you want the Lunar Snow skin. The winner can decide. All you have to do to enter is just like the video, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed for a chance to win. But yeah, let's jump into the practice range, and we're going to be covering the new balance update for Season 1.5. So let's jump on in. So we will eventually get to playing around with the Human Torch and obviously the new Vanguard, the thing, later in the video. But first, obviously, I do want to go over the new balance adjustments for each character, because I'm actually fortunate enough to actually have these changes already applied on the Season 1.5 patch. So starting off, obviously, with Captain America. So Steve is actually going to receive some enhanced survivability with his Vibranium Energy Saw, which is his E. Yeah, so his saw is going to feel smoother, and his ultimate ability will be obtainable thanks to a reduced energy cost. He'll also be able to shield himself now when he is jumping. So look at this. If we sprint here and jump, you can now shield while sprinting and jumping. How crazy is that now? Yeah. So they've increased the Vibranium Energy Saw's projectile speed from 60 to 80 meters a second. So it just flies quicker. Look at that. They've also reduced the energy cost of Freedom Charge, so he's going to actually be able to get his ultimate back way quicker now. So yeah, faster and more consistent Captain America ults. They've also enhanced Captain America's combat experience by separating Sentinel Strike from melee strikes. So yeah, Captain America will be able to use melee attacks while his shield is thrown, or during the Teamup ability Charged Aegis state, to activate the first 2 hits of Sentinel Strike. Additionally, while airborne, using melee attacks will no longer trigger the Super Soldier Slam ability. So yeah, just more fluid auto attacks and a little bit of changes on his actual melee. Yeah, moving on to Doctor Strange, my main character. Yeah, unfortunately, he will be receiving some nerfs. So what have they actually done? All they've done is reduced his health from 650 to 600. Yeah, so just making him a little less tanky, unfortunately. And that's pretty much all the changes for Doctor Strange. Next up, we have Groot. What have they done with Groot? So this one's actually a really big one. You can now place your walls even further. So what they've done is they made it so instead of placing it up to 15 meters, you can now place your walls up to 18 meters away. So yeah, look how far away that is. This is going to make for some insane Groot walls just behind people now. I love it. And yeah, I basically just checked this. This is only for this wall. The actual iron wall isn't changed at all. So yeah, the iron wall is still the same distance. And yeah, it makes sense. The iron wall is strong as hell. Next up, we have Magneto. So what have they done to Magneto? They've increased his volley projection damage from 35 to 40. So yeah, as you can probably notice, or maybe you don't even notice, his left click now does a bit more damage. So it's up from 35 to 40 damage. Huge. But yeah, they've also, I guess, kind of nerfed his metallic curtain, this ability right here. What have they done to that? So they've made it so the energy consumption goes from 50 a second to 65 a second. And they've also reduced the duration from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. So yeah. So up next, we have Thor. What have they done to Thor? So the mighty Asgardian will now offer greater user experience after unleashing Awakening Rune. So Awakening Rune is basically his F ability. This is when you consume your Thor Force to enter the awakened state, granting bonus health enhancing the Mjolnir Smash. So you press F and it does this mode by here. So what they've actually done is they've removed the shared cooldown time after the duration of Awakening Rune ends. So yeah, pretty cool. So up next we have Venom. Now Venom has actually gotten some insane, I want to say, buffs. So the first thing is first, they've adjusted the knockback of his ultimate. So instead of it knocking enemies vertical to inward, it now knocks them sort of to the center. Let me show you guys here. So yeah, they sort of get pulled towards the center of his ult at a knockback angle of 75 degrees. They've also reduced the cost of his ult, so you can now, I guess, generate it a bit quicker. But yeah, one more quick look with his ult. Press it. It looks like they sort of just like fly inwards a bit instead of just like flying out, I guess. All right, onto the duelists. Black Widow. It's finally time for a Black Widow buff. What have they done to Black Widow? So they've increased the magazine capacity of the Red Room rifle from 8 to 15. As you can see in the bottom right, we now have 15 shots. Kind of crazy. That's almost, what, double ammo now? Kind of huge. So yeah, less reloading. They've also enhanced the slow effect of the Electroplasma Explosion, which is her ultimate, on enemies from 80% to 55%. Additionally, it will apply a 15% vulnerability effect to hit enemies for 4 seconds. So yeah, you'll probably notice here when I hit them, they will become vulnerable and take increased damage. So that's completely new to her ult. Huge. Up next, we have some Hawkeye changes. So, Hawkeye, they've increased his base health from 250 to 275. So he will be a bit more tanky in combat. They've also reduced the projectile damage of Blast Arrow from 20 to 15. So they've nerfed the damage. But what they've also done is the spell field damage will be increased from 25 to 32. But what they've also done is reduce the cooldown time for Crescent Slash from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. So this ability right here is now on a lower cooldown. One more change, they've increased the bow draw speed duration of Hunter's Sight when you're actually in your ult from 1.2 to 1.35. So yeah, a little nerf on that. Up next, we have some Hela changes. So, the damage fall-off of Night Sword Thorn at 30 meters will be changed from 70 to 80%. So, yeah, this is her left click. So, basically, she will get an increased fall-off on her left clicks. I guess this is kind of like a little mini nerf for Hela, to be honest. And up next, we have Iron Fist. Now, this is a big one, so buckle up. They've done so many changes to Iron Fist. Now, you might love this or you might hate this. But they've essentially turned Iron Fist now into a tank shredder. Yes, Iron Fist now does percentage health damage. Yep, let it soak in for a second. Yep, he does percentage health damage, just like Wolverine. If you didn't know, Wolverine has percentage health damage, where basically, yeah, the more health you have, the more damage he's going to do for you. So, yeah, he's going to kind of be a menace now against Vanguards. So, they've reduced the damage of his first, second, and fifth strikes. Basically, they've just reduced his damage on pretty much all of his left clicks. I'll just cut this one short. But what they've also done, but now when he deals like an extra blow, this will deal damage to enemies equal to 1.7% of the maximum health during Living Chi. And this is just as well when you're outside of Living Chi. Living Chi is his ultimate. You know, when he does like the rapid fists and the ultimate as well, this will all be affected. So yeah, watch this guy's health. Absolutely shredding. It's kind of crazy, I can't lie. They've also increased the maximum bonus health converted from damage block during Dragon's Defense from 150 to 200. So Dragon's Defense is the actual right click, this one here. And they've also increased his health by 50. But yeah, let me just show you guys here real quick if I can get the Hulk. So we're going to spawn a Hulk here. And we're just going to show you guys the damage that he can now do to the Hulk. It's honestly kind of crazy. Pretty nuts. So yeah, Iron Fist is going to be a problem. Up next, we have some changes to Iron Man. So Iron Man has actually received a little buff. So his Unibeam damage has been increased from 120 damage a second to 140 per second. So yeah, he's going to do even more damage. As well, when he is in his armor overdrive, the damage goes from 180 to 190 per second. So yeah, just his beam in general is doing a ton of damage now. So up next, we have Magik. Now, Magik has received a bit of a, I want to say like a nerf. They've decreased the damage dealt by Demon's Rage, so when she's in a regular state, which is the right click, from 80 a second to 72 a second. They've also reduced the energy cost of Darkchild, her ultimate, from 3,700 to 3,400, so she will be able to get her ult a bit quicker. Oof, kind of sucks, but yeah, Magik. Up next, we have Mr. Fantastic. Now, Mr. Fantastic, yeah, so read. They've increased the spell field radius after landing a flexible elongation from 2.5 meters to 5 meters. So flexible elongation is his E ability. They've basically just increased the range here. Additionally, flexible elongation will now feature a knockback effect. So yeah, you sort of get like knockback now when you get bonks. Yeah, it sort of like pushes you. The recharge time for a single use of flexible elongation will be adjusted from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. They've also increased the damage of Brainiac Bounce, his ultimate, from 50 to 70. They've also increased the energy cost from 2,800 to 3,400. So yeah, his buff, his ult even has received a bit of a buff and a nerf. It's now more expensive to use, but yeah, it just does more damage, I guess. Up next, we got Moon Knight. So Moon Knight, his Hand of Khonshu, the talons, you know when you press his ult and the hands come out? So this is actually, they actually move slower, apparently. Yeah, they've also corrected the damage trigger logic for Hand of Khonshu. The previous mechanism that dealt 75 damage when positioned at the center of his battlefield has been removed. So the hands fall quicker and the damage has been corrected accordingly. I don't know. They still seem kind of quick. I can't lie. Scarlet Witch. Now we've got a little buff for Scarlet Witch. I wasn't expecting this. So Scarlet Witch now gets 100 bonus health when she is in her ultimate. Let's take a look. Yep, there you go. Will this keep her alive? Probably not. But as you can see, the health decays as you leave your ultimate. But yeah, a little nice buff for Scarlet Witch. Honestly, she kind of needs it. I really don't see any Scarlet Witches just anymore. It would be nice. Honestly, she was my first ever character that I played when I first started playing Marvel Rivals. But yeah, she received a little buff here. Spider-Man. What have we got for Spider-Man? So they've reduced the web cluster energize time from 3 seconds to 2.5 seconds. So this is the right click. Pretty cool. Star-Lord, what have they done with Star-Lord? So they've increased the rocket propulsion maximum energy from 1,200 to 1,800. What is rocket propulsion? This is when he can fly. So he's going to be able to fly around for much, much longer now, as you can see. I was flying for a very long time there. But yeah, like 500 extra energy. That's like what, an extra second or two of flight time? Huge. And then finishing up, we have, for the duelist, we have Storm. Now, Storm has, I think, honestly, been kind of, he's been kind of gutted. The damage fall off the Windblade at 30 meters will be changed from 70 to 60%. And they've reduced Storm's damage increase from Thunder during the Winter Control from 16 to 12%. However, the damage increase for allies within range has been increased from 8% to 10%. And they've also reduced the damage increase from Enhanced Thunder during Weather Control from 30 to 25. Yeah, so honestly, yeah, kind of just a little bit of adjustment for Storm. Bit of nerfs as well in some places. All right, up next, we have the strategists. We got Adam Warlock. What have they done to Adam Warlock? So Adam's damage will be enhanced. They've increased the damage of Quantum Magic, which I'm pretty sure is his right click, or his left click even, from 55 to 60. Additionally, the damage fall off at 40 meters will be changed from 50% to 60. So yeah, his left click is now doing a bit more damage. And they've also increased the healing amount provided by Soul Bond to linked allies from 10 a second to 15 a second. So yeah, that's when you sort of just like link with your allies. That healing has been increased. All right, Cloak and Dagger. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep. Big nerfs for Cloak and Dagger, unfortunately. So one of the, I guess, major nerfs to Cloak and Dagger is her ultimate ability. It's now going to take you 600 more energy to actually get it. It says the healing amount of each segment will be increased from 220 a second to 250 a second. The duration will be reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. And the pause time in between dashes has been decreased from 1 second to 0.67 seconds. So you're going to be able to actually do the dashes way quicker now instead of that little delay. The healing from each segment will now not stack. So none of this will stack. Only one healing effect is applied. Additionally, camera control is unlocked during the activation now of Eternal Bond. So yeah, that's going to be a bit better to obviously turn the camera, because I did notice, I'm pretty sure when you use this, it like locks your camera. But now you can actually like look around, which is nice. You can like look around and plan where you're going to go next. And then I guess the other change they've actually done is for Cloak. The vulnerability inflicted on enemies by Terror Creep has been increased from 20% to 28%. So this is this ability right here. So they're just going to basically be more vulnerable. So a little bit of a buff, but yeah, she's kind of got nerfed a bit on her ult. Actually, kind of a big nerf. The Invisible Woman. What have they done to the Invisible Woman? So just a quick one. They've made her ultimate a tiny bit more expensive, so it just takes longer to get back. So her ultimate has gone from 4,000 to 4,300 energy. Loki, a little bit of Loki changes here. So Loki, they are reducing his ultimate ability frequency. Apparently he's getting his ultimates way too quick. They're increasing the energy cost of God of Mischief from 3,400 to 4,000. And they're also increasing the mystical missile charges from, I guess, 10 to 12. So yeah, he's got 2 extra shots in his staff. So yeah, there you go. And then finishing up with Lunar Snow. So Lunar Snow has been nerfed on her ultimate. She's going to need to get 500 extra energy on her ultimate to actually get it. So yeah, it's going to take a bit longer for you Lunar Snow mains to get your ultimate back, unfortunately, with these new changes. All right, taking a quick look at the team up abilities. So just some quick changes on what they've actually done here. So Atlas Bond, which is between Iron Fist and Lunar Snow, they've made it so you now get increased healing amount of Frozen Chi from 50 to 75, and the slow effect on enemies from 20% to 30%. Dimensional Shortcut. So yeah, this is the one between Magik, Black Panther, and Psylocke. They've reduced the rewind time for Psionic Disc from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Additionally, the conversion ratio of lost health to blue armor will be increased from 0.5 to 0.8. They've also reduced the rewind time for Wakandan Master from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Additionally, the conversion rate of lost health to blue armor will be increased from 0.5 to 0.8. So yeah, it looks like you can't rewind back as far. So only 3 seconds back. So both of those have been nerfed. Gamma Charge. So yeah, probably one of the most OP team ups. This is Hulk, Doctor Strange, and Iron Man. What have they done here? So they are reducing Iron Man's gamma overdrive from 220 a second to 200. They're also reducing Hulk's team up anchor bonus from 150 to 100. So Lunar Force, Cloak and Dagger, and Moon Knight team up. There is a new effect. So continuously heal Moon Knight for 25 health per second while within effect area. Kind of nuts. And then probably one of the biggest changes is Symbiote Bond. This is between Venom, Spiderman, and Penny Parker. So what they've basically done is they've reduced Spider-Man's suit expulsion from 4 seconds to 1 second, and they are now replacing the 50% damage reduction effect with a new invincibility effect. So basically they get invincibility for a few seconds, or Spider-Man gets it for 1 second and Penny actually gets it for 2 seconds. So pretty huge changes there, honestly. But yeah, that's been the video, guys. I know it's been a bit of a big one. Honestly, I do want to take a look at the Human Torch and the Thing, but I basically covered everything in my last video. So that video is basically going to be in the cards. Otherwise this video is going to be like, what, 30 minutes long, and I don't want that. So go back to my previous video and we basically covered the Thing and the Human Torch. Yeah, these two guys are nuts. Once again, thanks to Marvel Rivals part of the team for letting me have access to the, I guess, the early access. We might do some streams tomorrow, so if you want to go check out the patch a bit early before it goes live, then yeah, we'll be live streaming over on Twitch as well. If you guys want to check out any of the new skins, or you want a chance to potentially get the new skins, definitely leave a like on this video, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe for a chance to win these amazing skins. Come and join the Discord as well, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace, guys.